Hey everyone, it's Liz Logan, and I wanted to come to you from beautiful Vail, Colorado. As you can see, we are at the peak of the fall season. There's so much glorious color that I am standing among and around. And I'm going to try to do this without my sunglasses on. I'm getting ready to go to a beautiful wedding, and I'm so excited because the couple is so in love, and it's young love that just feels like a good love story. But I wanted to share what's been coming up for me in my heart, and something that I just wanted you to be aware of, a transition that I'm going through. So for the past 11 years, I have had a beautiful center for healing in the Vail Valley called Live for Balance. And for 11 beautiful years, I have been able to help facilitate healing and change and really help people elevate their health, their life, their happiness. And it's been such a prideful, joyful project for me, one that I've put so much of my heart and soul into, that really I'm closing the doors next week, and I've actually sold the real estate, and I'm in this massive contemplation step of what does that mean for me? And I feel as if this was one of my children that I've birthed 11 years ago, and now it's taking a new form, and I'm having to release this brick and mortar business because I know that in my heart of hearts, my impact needs to be much larger than what I was capable of doing in that particular business model. So I had to really dig deep inside me, and actually this calling came about 5 years ago, but some callings don't always come to fruition right away. And so for the last 5 years, I've been trying to stand into alignment with what my soul was calling for, this deeper rooted message that I needed to be out in the world, influencing more women and leaders, and trying to leave my mark on the world through, the lessons that I've been taught and my story. And I really feel like the message that I hold is one of really living an authentically truthful life, of living so simple that you know who you are every step of the way, that no matter what shakes you or what rocks you, what comes into your life, that you have the foundational support from inside to get through anything. And that is what I feel like I've been helping people do through alignment therapy work with Pilates and yoga and nutrition and life coaching, and even aligning their business around these values in my business coaching. And so I knew that all of the lessons I've learned up until this point, all of the lessons that I've been taught through Live for Balance, my Center for Health and Well-Being, I knew that at some point, in order for me to step into a bigger version of how I wanted to leave my mark and be seen in the world, I knew I had to give up this brick and mortar physical location. And so that's what I'm doing this week. And it comes with sadness. It comes with great sadness. It comes with triumph, certainly. One of my favorite stories, when I felt like, someone said, well, are you successful in this? And it was pretty early on. So like I said, I've been in this industry I've owned a wellness center for 11 years. I've been in the industry much longer than that. But, and when somebody asked me, what have you ever measured your success? And actually, my favorite story of what Live for Balance truly represented in my life, and I felt like in the community that knew about us, sorry, it's getting windy here. This woman was sitting on our entry couch one day, and I was working the front desk, which I didn't very often do. I had someone managing the business, but I was working up there at the time. And so I saw this woman, and she was reading the paper, and I asked her if I could help her, if she was checking in for an appointment. And she said, no, actually, I've just come from chemotherapy right up the road. We have a beautiful cancer center. And she had just come from her chemotherapy appointment, and she was dealing with breast cancer, and she needed a safe place to sit. And she had been to our center, And she knew that she could heal there, and she knew she could feel supported there. And so she just wanted to quietly sit with a cup of tea on our couch. And in that moment, and this was years ago, but in that moment, that was the moment that I realized some triumphs, some victories aren't just the financial nature, but it's the impact that you make in people's lives. It's the energy that you provide. It's the safety. It's the place that they can come, sit on the couch or feel like they can have a solitude moment. And that's what I've always wanted to create. And so I felt so forever grateful for that day and that moment, because I knew if I do nothing else well, that was my measurement of success. In my heart, I knew that we were there making a beautiful mark on the people's lives that we touched. And so now, as I move into a greater version of what that looks like, as I really embark on what the world now holds for me in that light, I'm not leaving the Vail Valley. I will be here. I will be doing workshops. I will still be teaching. I will be offering many, many gifts, and I hope you stay tuned for what's to come. But I knew that for me to really spread my wings and fly to my ultimate potential of what life was really holding for me, that this brick and mortar business was too structured. It had, too many constraints that bound me to the monotony of daily, bookkeeping and management and things that I wasn't able to then give my true gifts. So I'm looking at this as a little freedom to be able to provide you with more resources and more life support as you travel down the road of life and leadership and love and business. And that I hope that my light can shine a little bit of light in yours. And so as I depart from Live for Balance and close the doors this week, it's going to be emotional. You're going to hear a lot from me this week. And there's going to be some exciting announcements. So stick with me. On October 1st, I will be giving you a little glimpse as to what's coming and an invitation for how you can get involved. And I really, really hope you'll join this next chapter with me, because I believe together we all do rise. And so as I close this chapter, I know that there's another larger door. As one door closes, another one opens. And I do believe that there's a larger door for me to walk through, as hard and as sad as it is for me to let go of this one. I trust and know in my heart that in this alignment that I've been doing for the last several years, I know this to be right. As hard as it is to say goodbye and to let go, I know that this is going to be a great next chapter. So be blessed, my friends. Thank you for all the love and support you've provided for the last 11 years if you've been a part of Live for Balance. And stay tuned, because this is not the end. A lot of people think that I'm closing the doors and retiring. Oh no, that is not at all what's happening here. This is just the beginning. So stay tuned and be well in the meantime. Live the best life that you possibly can. Find ultimate joy and happiness. Get out and enjoy the community in which you live. This gets to be mine. And stay in touch with me, because lots of great things to come. I wish you all the love, and I hold so many memories in my heart of the last 11 years and just feel beyond grateful that I had the strength and the courage to step into that leadership position for Live for Balance. And now that I have the strength and courage to say, okay, it's time for me to spread my wings even greater. So stay tuned and be well. And thank you again for all your love and support. Mwah.